From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. Roz and Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow! You just won $1,000.
That's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Sebastian, what's up, dude?
Hey, good morning, guys. Just had a quick request, please. So I'm about to go into the underground parking.
Okay.
So I was wondering if you could wait 5 to 10 minutes for the news.
Bro, what?
Bro.
No.
No.
Please?
No. The news is at 8:40 every day, bro.
No.
Then it should be good. 6 minutes, I think I can make it.
You want us to start the news at 8:46?
That'll work perfectly, yeah.
Bro, just stop. Stop. It's not,
man.
Here, I'll let you. You want to stay on for the beginning of it?
Sure.
Okay. Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
You ready?
Let's do the news. All right, bro. Don't be late for work.
All right, goodbye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
I didn't like this when Doug Ford said he was going to do it, and I certainly don't like it when Justin Trudeau said he was going to do it. But
buck a beer?
What's that? No. You know, Doug Ford said he's going to give everybody in Ontario $200 for just whatever, and it was going to cost billions of dollars.
Yeah.
So Justin Trudeau's doing the same thing, only he's giving everyone in Canada $250 as long as you worked in 2023 and made less than $150,000 a year. So if you make more than that, you don't get it. They're calling it the Working Canadians Rebate.
Yeah.
It's vote buying, whether it's done by Trudeau or whether it's done by Doug Ford. It's nonsense. I cannot believe the amount of money that is being spent.
So $250.
Yes, for 18.7 million people in Canada are going to get that.
When?
You should have the...
Like next week?
No. You would get the check sometime, I don't know, in the new year, I guess. Is what
Not
they're
even
saying.
for the holidays?
No,
I'd rather it for the new year.
However, exactly. I think a lot of people would more. However, he's also getting rid of the GST and HST on certain items.
Like what?
Only through Christmas, though. So as soon as it's over, they're going to go back up.
Essential things.
Alcohol?
Let me run through the list here. Let me run through the list here. Pretty much everything. So prepared foods, including vegetable trays and pre-made meals and salads and sandwiches.
Okay.
Restaurant meals, whether you are dining in or taking out or delivery. Snacks like chips and candy and granola bars.
Oh, Maynards, you're in for it.
Beer, wine, cider. Pre-mixed cocktails with the alcohol below 7%, by the way. So you can't get
That's stupid.
Below 7?
Yes. So sorry, tequila is not on the
So
list.
it's all food things, not like deodorant and toothpaste.
I feel personally attacked.
Children's clothing and footwear. Damn it, Maury, that's going to affect you. Car seats, diapers. Again.
Maury, still.
Children's toys such as board
I
games,
get
dolls, and video game consoles.
We can get PS5 for in here.
Books and newspapers and puzzles.
So everything.
Puzzles
Oh
is
my
on my list.
All right.
Christmas trees is on the list. With these
What's the-
exemptions,
what's the date range on
basically
this?
all food will be
And
so
board games.
Yeah, the date is December 14th through February 15th.
I get it, though. I think
yeah.
for people who are in need, I think
No,
this is a good
listen,
thing,
this I
you
get.
know?
I get it, but it is going to be another. It's going to be a harsh reality when it all kicks back in.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it's
I
just
understand.
it's not the thing they think it is.
I bet you they leave it off.
Are you
What?
kidding
Are you nuts?
me?
No way.
Bet
I'll
you they
take that
leave it
bet.
off.
I'll bet you $1 million.
No. Bet something else, man.
Yeah, like what?
No, I need $1 million. No, I need $1 million.
Something else,
Yeah.
man. Come on. What's wrong with you?
I'll bet you your $250 check from the government.
No, I need that.
Why?
I don't know. Like, bet me like a shirt.
A shirt?
Okay, $250 worth of shirts.
Yeah, yeah. So
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Jason Kelce talking about what he plans to get his brother Travis and his girlfriend Taylor Swift for Christmas.
Do you, as a brother, have to? Do you buy? Will you at Christmas time buy individual gifts for Travis and Taylor, or will you buy them a couple's gift? And what do you get them?
Yeah, it's tough to shop for people that can have anything that they want. So
what do?
You gotta go to handmade gifts, something sentimental maybe that is near and dear to them. I think that.
Do you make things by hand?
I've never done it, but I think it would work really well. I've got something on my sleeve this year. A macaroni necklace. It works on me with my kids very well.
It would be funny if you make Taylor a macaroni necklace, and then all of a sudden millions of girls are wearing macaroni necklaces.
That would happen.
Friendship macaroni necklaces. We just started a trend.
Well, I think the message here is buy stock in macaroni.
I don't know. I think, what do? You buy them like a trip?
No, not a trip, because then, who's going to foot the bill for the security?
Oh, yeah, facts.
You can't buy somebody a trip, right? I think I don't know. I can't.
Maybe something they can do at home because they can't go anywhere.
Well, Roz, what do rich people give each other?
Gold
bars, obviously.
And money, more money.
Yeah.
I thought that maybe he could pay for a tank of gas for the plane.
A tank?
You know what? First of all, nobody's buying somebody gas for their plane. First of all, which one?
Yeah.
Right?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hailey Bieber is pissy with Billboard magazine.
What?
So Billboard they did their list of the greatest pop stars of the 21st century.
Okay.
And Justin Bieber is number 8 on the list. Okay. So Haley wrote, Billboard is an effing joke as per usual. So they've done that. So it's a top 25, and they have yet to announce who 1 and 2 is. That'll happen soon, but I'll give you the rest of the top 10 here. At 10, Adele, Ariana Grande at 9, Justin Bieber at 8, Kanye West at 7, Britney Spears at 6, Lady Gaga at 5, Drake at 4, Rihanna at 3. And then the only 2 people not on the list are Beyonce and Taylor Swift. So they're going to be 1 and 2.
So it's the same list as every year.
Well, yeah, but it's so far during the 21st century, right? It's not of all time. So you don't get a lot of anybody pre.
Yeah, it's Beyonce and Taylor Swift for sure.
Yeah. But I mean, I would.
But are they all pop stars? Because they all list themselves as different things.
They're all pop stars.
Are they? Okay,
Yeah,
that's what I was, because I know there's
they're all pop stars.
R&B, and there's rap artists.
No.
So are they? Yeah.
They're all pop stars.
Okay.
I
think Bieber should have been top 5, in my opinion.
Who's?
I think Bieber should be.
And I think they're missing out boy bands.
Drake, Lady Gaga, Britney Spears, Kanye West, Justin Bieber, Ariana,
I think Bieber
Adele.
goes above Britney.
Mm-hmm.
I think Bieber goes top 3.
Yeah.
Above Drake?
Above Drake.
But shouldn't they include boy bands in that?
I think Bieber goes. No, I think it's just artists.
Yeah.
Just single artists.
I think Bieber goes top 3 as far as a cultural what he was at his peak.
I think he goes. Who's number 3 again?
Rihanna.
And then number 4 is
Drake.
No.
I think Bieber goes below Drake.
I would swap.
No
way.
No
way.
Swap.
You're just you're a Drake simp though.
Yeah.
No,
right?
Hey,
you are.
Man,
you are.
We all know that. Nobody's arguing with that. Well, because you're above fan. Isn't simp above fan?
Yep.
Isn't simp hardcore fan?
No.
Basically.
Isn't that what that means?
He's basically a groupie.
Right?
Oh yeah. No,
What?
yes.
Right?
For you to add words.
I don't care.
Listen,
You think I care?
I think Bieber goes. I think it should go. You're looking at pop stars. I think the top 4 are definitely Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Lady Gaga, and Justin Bieber.
Yeah. Push Drake all the way down the bottom.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I know you don't get too deep into Canadian politics, Mocha, but have you been following along with the story of Cocaine Randy?
Cocaine Randy? No, but I'm very interested.
Okay, so
hook me up,
this
bro.
whole thing is now exploded. It's all over the UK tabloids. The
Oh,
New York
no,
Times
is it?
just did a massive thing on it. There's the employment minister, Randy Boissonneau from Edmonton. He resigned the other day after all of this scandal that happened. So it starts with he has claimed forever that he has Aboriginal heritage, right?
Okay.
That his grandmother was Cree and he sat on Aboriginal councils and he owned a business that was a medical supply company that on their website said that it was Aboriginal owned.
Okay.
And then therefore he was bidding on contracts as, somebody from those that who represents and then therefore, can bid on contracts and it was an approved organization, all this other stuff. So here is, just in case you're wondering how serious he was about his Aboriginal heritage, here is Randy Boissonneau.
My name is Randy Boissonneau. I'm the Minister of Tourism and Associate Minister of Finance, but I'm also known as Strong Eagle Man in the Cree community.
Okay.
Strong Eagle Man.
Strong Eagle Man.
Love it.
Okay.
Sure.
So then they do a big giant thing, and it turns out that his grandmother was not Cree and that he doesn't have that ancestry, and yet he was bidding on these contracts and all sorts of shady business with this small company that he co-owned.
So false Eagle Man.
So here is, and then we get into the whole drug stuff. So here's Melissa Lassman just hammering Randy in the House of Commons.
The employment minister was quick to say that the text conversation wasn't referencing him. It was someone else, the other Randy. It's a small company. He owned 50% of it. He used to be a partner. So let's see if we can find out who the other Randy is in a game of Guess Who.
Amazing.
Is he tall? Does he wear glasses? Does he have brown hair or blonde hair or no hair? Does he have federal cabinet minister? Does he come from a city that rhymes with Smedmonton? Mr. Speaker, I think the other Randy probably has the same last name and the same job as the employment minister. So will the other Randy please stand up?
Okay, so
where you at, other Randy?
So through text messages, he was like, yo, that Randy's not me. In those texts from my company, it's another Randy, right? So then they're like, okay, so there's two Randys in this tiny little company, and also you don't know who the other Randy is that works at your tiny little company? Yeah. So here is Randy defending himself against the hammering he got.
I've never met that person. I've had no dealings with...
the other Randy?
Those are the facts.
This same minister said that he wasn't the Randy at his own company. We know that there was only one Randy at that company.
The member opposite said, once again, is not true.
It seems like every time the employment minister finds rock bottom, it keeps getting worse. First, he said he wasn't the Randy involved in his company, but we know there was only one Randy at his company. He said he wasn't involved with his company while in cabinet, and text messages reveal that he is. He said that he was indigenous to profit from government contracts stealing from First Nations communities, and now there's new news of coordinating business activities with drug smugglers and convicts. This is the behavior of a low-life fraud, not a federal cabinet minister. Simple question, how does that guy still have his job?
Mr. Speaker, despite the innuendo, here are the facts. I don't know the person in question. I never met that person in question. And Mr. Speaker, those are simply the facts.
So
where you at, dog?
So his company shared a post office box with a woman who twice was busted over major cocaine amounts, right? They shared the same P.O. box. So then in Parliament, they started calling him Cocaine Randy, right?
Oh, no.
And there's
Randy time.
And there's like you can't call somebody a liar. You can't do all this other stuff, right? So one of the guys under his breath says Cocaine Randy. And then somebody from Randy's side was like, yo, you can't do that in here.
Yeah, you know who I am? I'm Strong Eagle Man.
Here we go.
The Honourable Minister for International Development.
The Honourable Member from Leeds, Grenville, Thousand Islands and Rideau Lakes, at the conclusion of asking his question, as he was sitting down, called the Minister of Employment and Workforce Development Cocaine Randy. That is extremely unparliamentary. And I ask you, Mr. Speaker, to ask him to withdraw that remark. Thank you very much.
Speaker, I'm sure that I was referring to the other Randy as Cocaine Randy.
The other Randy!
This This is like a drama.
Oh,
it's like a
my
TV
God,
drama.
It's so embarrassing. It's so
Wow.
embarrassing. Okay, so finally, after all of this, here is Randy.
Like the real Randy?
The real Randy.
I want to say unequivocally that I apologize for not being as clear about my family history as I could have been with everything that I know now. And I apologize unequivocally, and I'll end it there.
So embarrassing. We're so,
Wow,
so
that's bad.
The whole thing.
No. So what's going to happen to the guy now?
Well, like if you just do a Google search for even just, not even his name, even just Cocaine Randy.
Well, that's what I Googled.
Oh,
is that what you...
That's where I Googled just now. I didn't know his last name.
Everything comes
Hold on, let me
up,
look.
bro.
Let me see.
It's
Cocaine.
so
All the news
Randy.
articles are about Cocaine
so
Randy.
embarrassing.
Oh, no. This is so long, Randy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So explain to me this whole, I don't understand F1. So George Russell won the race yesterday, but everybody's all up in Max Verstappen. How did, like...
Because he won, like, a ton of races already.
But he came
This
fifth, though.
I know. For that particular race, he came in fifth yesterday.
Okay.
But he's racked up enough points for the season, even though there's, like, 4 races to go.
Okay.
He racked up enough points to secure the championship because of the amount of wins he got this season already.
Okay, so that's why he only had to finish fifth.
Correct.
In order, because I'm looking at this, the headlines are all Verstappen wins his 4th F1 championship.
Yeah.
But then I'm looking at the results from the race yesterday, and he's like, he came in 5th. So George Russell finished first, Lewis Hamilton second, Carlos Sainz.
Ferrari.
Third, and Charles
Leclerc, also for Ferrari.
Leclerc?
Leclerc. Charles Leclerc.
Okay, I got
And then Max Verstappen.
Yeah. So he finished 5th, but I guess he winds up he winds up the big winner, even though he finished 5th.
Lewis Hamilton fans were like going bananas yesterday because he started 10th place and then made his way up to second.
Yeah,
It was a good race.
It's incredible though how last year it was just so unavoidable. Like everybody knew. It just goes to show you marketing. I didn't even know until you mentioned it to me on Friday that the Vegas F1 was happening. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Right? Because last year was incredible. It was all the news.
Yeah. But then it was like plagued with problems on the track and stuff. And they had to fix a bunch of stuff.
Did they fix all that this year?
Oh, yeah. It was fine. It was fine.
And Brad Pitt was shooting his movie down there too. He got out of some car and fainted on the
Is that Lewis Hamilton?
on the track. Everybody's freaking out about that.
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay was there. Stallone waved the checkered flag at the end of the race.
Gage was there.
Who?
Lucas Gage.
Who's that?
He was in White Lotus.
Okay.
If
you see him, you'll know who he is.
I would, yeah.
Oh, okay, you know?
I know who Lucas Gage is. Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Jay Leno, there's a conspiracy theory now whipping around with this whole Jay Leno story. So he showed up just battered and bruised last week before doing a show. Like one whole half of his face was purple. He had an eye patch on and broken wrist. So here was Jay Leno last week explaining what had happened when he fell down that hill.
Well, I was staying at a hotel. It was on a hill. I said, where's a good place to eat? Oh, the bottom of it. So I went out. The restaurant was there, but to get to it, I didn't have a car. So you had to walk about 1.5 miles around. I said, well, the hill doesn't look that steep. It's about 60, 70 feet. Let me see if I can go down the hill. And then I fell down the hill, hit my head on a rock, knocked me in the eye. Well, I did the show, and then when I came back to L.A., I went to the hospital. Well, it was only a couple hours before the show. So it's not that big a deal. Well, the great thing about this age, you don't learn by your mistakes. You just keep doing the same stupid thing.
So now a lot of people are saying that Jay Leno's like into the mob or something, or hooked up with some bad people.
I love it.
Yeah. One, because the hotel he was staying at was a Hampton Inn, which is like a $140 hotel, right?
Yeah.
And Jay Leno's a bajillionaire, but he's staying at a Hampton Inn, and only one side of his face is bruised, right? Broken wrist. But the big tell is that when he fell down the hill, he came out of it also missing a fingernail. So people think that he was like interrogated and tortured by whatever group of terrible people he somehow got involved in, which I don't understand how that would happen. But Jay Leno's worth so much money. So Jay Leno did the Tonight Show from 92 to 2014. And Jay Leno has said from day one of doing The Tonight Show that he never spent a single dollar that he made from doing The Tonight Show. And for the majority of his run on The Tonight Show, he was making between $20 and $30 million a year. And he never spent a dime. He would book
But what about all them cars?
He would book 150 comedy dates per year while doing The Tonight Show, and he only lived off stand-up money. He never spent a dollar of his Tonight Show money.
I believe it. He always used to wear like the denim, like the full denim Canadian tuxedo in everything I've ever seen him.
He buys a lot of cars, right? But I guess like he stays at the Hampton Inn, right?
I mean,
like
they do have great coffee machines in the room.
Yeah, like he doesn't need to stay at the Four Seasons. You know what I mean? Like he's spending $140 a night on a hotel when he's doing
he's not paying
stand-up.
for the hotel. I assume the venue is.
Well, no, I'm sure he is. Absolutely.
So wait, go back to this mob
Believe
stuff.
me, if somebody else is paying the hotel, Jay Leno's not staying at the Hampton Inn.
But go back to this mob stuff.
I don't know what it could possibly
Like
be.
gambling?
But he doesn't, it's not like Jay Leno is a bajillionaire, so it can't be money. It has to be something else. Like what info could Jay Leno have?
Or did somebody just beat him up?
I mean, maybe.
Just out of the blue. Someone was like, there's Jay Leno.
But no, because it's the fingernail that was the big tell. It's all bruised up. It looks like he sat in a chair and somebody worked him over, like really tuned him up. But it's the fact that he's missing a fingernail.
But the fingernail could have fallen off during the quote-unquote
Fallen
fall.
off one fingernail?
When he hit the rock.
One fingernail?
When he got thrown down the hill by somebody.
Pliers. Right?
Then why wouldn't he just come out and say it?
What, he's going to snitch?
He's going to snitch on the mob?
You see the man's face?
He's going to go missing if he does that.
Anyway, I don't know what Jay Leno's into, but I hope he's doing all right. A lot of people are really concerned for him. They think he's in with some real bad dudes. You don't think so?
Nah, he'll be fine.
Yeah?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I got to play this Jelly Roll song because I know it's not Jelly Roll. It's like a version of Jelly Roll. I had really high hopes for Jelly Roll that he wasn't going to get too big and that then they were going to run him through the machine. And by the machine, I mean through the one of 5 producers who literally are behind every single song in the world.
Yeah.
And they were just going to suck the life out of Jelly Roll. You want to play the song, the David Guetta song? It's called "Run It." Believe it or not, this is Jelly Roll.
David friggin'
Yeah,
Guetta?
believe it or not, this is Jelly Roll. Listen what they
Days
did
like
to the
this
man.
don't get much better. Top down, good fam, good weather. Days like this we don't miss never. Yeah. Last night things got a little bit crazy. Pulled up doing about 180. Life goes fast, so there ain't no maybes. Yeah. Just give me that sunset, give me that ride, give me them stars out 4-wheel drive. Taking that back road, yeah, no lie. Man, that sure feels nice. Give me them real ones I know. Do a little 2-step, though.
Hold on, let me wait for the drop.
Bringing that crowd, take it up high, then drop it low. We do this everywhere we go.
I like it.
This ain't no one-horse rodeo.
I like it, guys. Look, Maria's jamming. Cheesecake is jamming. Oh, Maury's shaking his head. No.
This is David Guetta, though. He does this mashup stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they
It's
used to do all of it.
Come on, Jelly.
I like
Don't
it.
do that to
I
Jelly. You want to hear
like
the
it
other
too.
one? This is One Republic featuring Jelly Roll.
I love One Republic.
You said I'm just your type. You're a Friday,
like it.
I'm a Monday with a reservation.
Yeah.
This is good.
I said to take your time.
Ryan Tedder from One Republic. Great songwriter.
He's one of the 5 people who produces everything in the world,
And he
right?
writes
Yeah.
bangers for everyone. This is a great song.
Thoughts like these don't make
See, that sounds like Jelly.
So if you want my heart, then babe, you're gonna have to work for it.
Oh, yeah. I like it. I like it.
That one sounds like Jelly to me.
Yeah,
right?
that
The
sounds
other
great.
one, the David Guetta one, though?
You don't like it?
No.
Oh, could you imagine if he got together, Jelly Roll, Shem, and
I know exactly where this is going.
DJ Mustard?
I don't know.
Mustard!
I don't even know what that is. Who's DJ Mustard?
He's the one that produced Not Like Us from Kendrick.
Oh.
Mustard
yeah.
on the beat. Oh.
Days like this don't get much better. Top down, good fam, good weather. Days like this we don't miss never. Yeah. Last night things got a little bit crazy. Pulled up doing about 180.
And it goes
Life
on
fast,
and
so there
on
ain't no
and
maybes.
on.
Yeah. Just give me that that sunset. Give me that rap. Give me them stars.
Come on. Like, we've heard this song 1,000 yo. Let it go.
Yo, what y'all?
I'm gonna rock it till it done.
Can you guys leave David Guetta alone and Charlie Roll, please?
We're gonna rock this up. We're gonna turn all night. We're gonna ride it up like it's dynamite. Come on.
More dynamite, right?
Come on. Come on. Like,
right, Rob.
they put him through the machine. They just put him through the machine.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
Are you guys done?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Taylor Swift getting emotional on stage at Rogers Centre for her final show in Toronto, which is one of her final shows ever.
Yeah.
Toronto, we're at the very end of this tour, so you doing that, you have no idea how much it means to me and to my band, to my crew, and everybody who's put so much of this into this tour, into their I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. That was, I'm just having a bit of a moment, sorry. It's not even the last show. My band, my crew, all my fellow performers, we have put so much of our lives into this, and you've put so much of your lives into being with us tonight, into giving us that moment that we will never forget. We've loved our time in Toronto. It's been so amazing.
There you go. Hey, was there a special guest? Because I know that was the rumor, because somebody was rehearsing and they kicked everybody out. No special guest?
special guest.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There you go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
A Connecticut couple has been accused of stealing $1 million in Lululemon in the span of 3 months.
What?
From September through November, Jadian Richards and Aqueli Richards are accused of committing thefts in Minnesota, Colorado, New York, Connecticut, and Utah. So these two, the couple, worked with another person, and they would sort of distract customer service agents, everything else, and then they would make out with all of this merchandise. So they would get through security. Sometimes they had a tag remover in the store with them, and they would load it up. They would buy something that didn't cost a lot and then load up the bag with all the stuff that they didn't have the security tags on. And then what they would do is they would take it to another Lululemon super far away and return the items. Right?
Yeah.
So
They would out the cheat code right
they would steal it. I'm just telling you how they did it. It's $1 million worth of Lululemon.
Yeah, tell me more.
Right?
What else did they do?
That's a lot. That's a lot of Lululemon. I mean, I know Lululemon's expensive.
Did they say what time of day they went and did this?
Yeah, so which
did they go like early in the morning? Did they wait till like the afternoon when it's a little busy?
Did they give like a website on where to get that thing? No, but yeah, so and in one suitcase, when the cops realized where they were, they found in one suitcase they had $50,000 worth of Lululemon in one suitcase.
$50,000?
Is that one pair of pants?
Is Ed Harris like, I don't know? Lululemon's expensive though, is it not? But it's not that expensive. Like, how much product is $50,000 in Lululemon?
That is a lot.
That's a lot,
It
right?
depends. Like some items at Lulu are more expensive than others.
But like
this,
what? Like thousands or hundreds?
So this T-shirt I'm wearing today, this is a Lulu shirt. This cost me $58.
50. Okay, so yeah, so we're not talking $300 T-shirts.
No.
So $50,000 in product.
Over $100.
But $50,000 in product is a lot of Lululemon to put in one suitcase.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Pamela Hayden.
Who?
Pamela Hayden.
Okay.
Has left her television job that she's had for 35 years. She started this job in 1989. And who is she? Pamela Hayden is the voice of Millhouse.
Oh my God. So who's going to be Millhouse now?
Somebody else. Somebody else is going to come in. She's 70.
Yeah.
70. Yeah, and said that she wants to devote her time to other creative endeavors like filmmaking. Like, why are you so busy at 70? Just be Millhouse.
Yeah.
Not that I want to, prevent somebody from living out other dreams, but that is a dream.
You've been getting the bag for how many years?
Yes.
But maybe she's just sick and tired of it.
I guess,
right?
maybe.
And it's not about the money.
Here he is on the monkey bars.
Try to take him alive.
There, now the floor is as good as new.
My sport goggles. Hey, Bart, check out my new earring. Pretty cool, huh?
Isn't that crazy? Millhouse is a 7-year-old woman.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
That's crazy.
Isn't Bart and Bart?
Simpson? Yeah, I don't. She's probably up there too in age.
Yeah,
They've been all
Nancy
doing the show
Cartwright.
for 35 years. She was also the voice of Jimbo Jones, Rod Flanders, Sarah Wiggum, and Janie Powell. So it's a bunch of voices. But anyway, so you're gonna get a new Millhouse after 35 years.
Damn.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The Utah Hockey Club was in Toronto last night to take on the Leafs, and they got a taste of Toronto traffic. So I guess their bus was making its way down to Scotiabank from their hotel.
Yeah.
Got stuck in traffic, so all the players had to get out and walk.
No.
So
With all their gear?
Here's Maverick. No, they bring their gear for them, but
Yeah.
they had to walk. Here's Maverick Lamoureux.
Walking pregame to get to the rink because there's way too much traffic. The bus was not moving at all. So we're just pretty much the whole team walking the street. 5:15, where meeting is in 1 minute to get there. So I think that's a first for everyone. Never saw that before.
Yeah, that's the thing now. Now we've had pop stars, we've had hockey teams, we've had
Basketball, I think.
Basketball.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
So embarrassing.
Yeah, that's so
Come on, Olivia Chow. What you doing, Mayor?
And they lost 3-2.
So embarrassing.
Leafs have won 4 straight, and they're 7-1 without Austin Matthews. I'm not saying don't come back.
But we have 2 Nylanders now.
I know, yeah. They signed the brother Nylander.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got them
1
both
year
up
deal,
there.
right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
They sit together on the bench. It's so cute.
That's exactly what they were going for.
Yeah.
Not because the lines or anything. But
The guys, I think it'll be cute. Say I saw my brother.
Yeah. Mom was like, William,
Hey,
look out for your little brother.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Strip club in Las Vegas, a male strip club called Kings of Hustler, has offered Mike Tyson $125,000 to show up to their Christmas party with his ass out.
Oh, sorry.
With his ass out, like
Oh.
that, like the shot from the fight night.
Yeah. For how much?
$125,000.
Do it, Mike.
So it's
That seems low for him.
yeah. Yeah, so it's $100,000 plus $25,000 just for accepting the invitation, but the payout is
Do it. Why not?
$125,000.
You probably go just pop up on stage,
Yeah.
ass out.
Well,
for
I mean,
2
it
seconds.
didn't bother him because at the weigh-ins, he was wearing just like a tiny little pair of underpants,
Yeah.
right? Like he's totally fine to do that in public. I would just show up and take that check.
Get the bag.
He's already done it a million times, right? Why not?
Show them biscuits.
Some decent biscuits, some decent money.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Canada Post is now in its 11th day of the strike. Talks continued over the weekend between the union representing the 55,000 postal workers and their employer with a special mediator. Canada Post says progress has been limited. Canada Post has offered wage increases totaling 11.5% over 4 years and additional paid leave. The union is asking for 24% over 4 years. The union wants full-time employees to deliver packages on weekends, while Canada Post has offered to hire more part-time staff. So that, again, 55,000 workers off the job since the 15th, and it's not looking like stuff is going to get out in time for Christmas.
Well, y'all were
So-
quick enough to deliver those 3 speeding tickets I got.
3?
Girl, you don't even know.
I wouldn't advertise that, man.
I got one of the ones with my picture on it.
It was right by my house too. As a brand new speed camera.
Yeah, they get you.
Brand new.
They
2 of them were
getcha.
within the same week, and then a week later. And when I opened the mail, I was like, "Oh, I got a speeding ticket, $60." And then going through the rest of the junk mail.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, look at this! Another one with my name on it." Opened it up, and it was like $80. And then we get home, and we have like a stack of junk mail.
Oh, no.
And in the middle, there was a third one. Bro, open it up.
Yeah.
$200.
How bad was that? How fast were you going?
That one I was going 72 and a 50.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Did
you
get one of
hide
these?
them?
Did you
School
get-
zone?
Did you get one of these
Yeah,
mornings? Is
I
that
did.
what you
I got
said?
the red light camera one, and I hid it in the in my bathroom.
How much was the red light ticket?
250.
Yeah,
So-
I've gotten one of those.
I'm up to like almost $400 in speeding tickets.
Yeah, but you can afford yours.
In how long, though? In how long?
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. Damn.
Do you get demerit points for those? I can't remember.
No, not if it's a camera.
Okay.
So now I just
Couldn't
don't take that
remember,
street
yeah.
anymore. I just
Yeah.
speed down the next street.
Yeah.
I mean,
wow.
I take a detour.
snitching on yourselves on this
exactly.
show.
I know.
Sorry.
I'm saying nothing
Holy-
over here.
Hey,
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Question.
Yeah.
A financial planning company did a poll to find out what people think that they would need to earn a year in order to feel successful. Okay, what you would need to earn in a year in order to feel successful. The average came in at $270,000 a year. So just to put this into perspective, the average salary in Canada is $64,630. There's less than 25% of the people in this country make more than $100,000 a year. So how did we get to $270,000 in order to feel successful? And that number, a big part of that number is because Gen Zs have wild expectations. So when they asked the boomers the question, how much money do you need to make a year in order to feel successful? They said $100,000. The Gen Xers and the millennials were asked the same question. They said $200,000. They asked the Gen Zers, how much money would you need to make a year in order to feel successful? They said $588,000 a year.
What?
Are they factoring, when they say successful though, are they factoring in?
To feel like you're a success, to feel successful.
But are they factoring in the cost of living now, the cost of other things now, and
Sure.
the money
Yeah.
that you bank after?
Sure,
Like,
to feel successful.
Yeah.
It's not your long-term future, but what
Sure.
do you need to make now in order to feel successful? And so, so the
Half a mil.
So the more than half a mil, 588,000. So that's why that average went all screwy with $270,000 a year.
Jeez.
But
And
but anyway.
I'm out here selling hockey cards on Marketplace.
oh, how much?
I sold 2. This guy pulled up in a big black pickup and bought 2 off me for $60.
You sell them at your house? Like they come to your house?
I got in his car, yeah.
Hold on, what? You got in his truck?
Yeah, Joe.
What are you doing getting in the guy's car?
It was so high up, I
so
didn't know what else to
dangerous.
do. It was in
Hold
front
on,
of the Tim
whoa,
Hortons.
whoa, whoa.
I thought someone would see me.
You get into a stranger's truck to sell him a hockey card for $60?
I did, yeah.
What would you have done if he like took off? That's so dangerous.
I don't know.
So wait, you gave him your home address and said, meet me here?
Yes.
Okay. And
More
then,
is the example of what not to do as a kid.
and then I know nobody street-proofed you, huh?
No, but
Stranger danger, none of that means
I
anything
may
to you?
no, I may
Get in the car. They have it's so bad that the police stations have set up spots for people to do these kinds of exchanges just because safety is such an issue. And a guy pulls up in a truck that you gave him your home address.
But it
to?
had his business name on the side of it, so I thought that he's not going to risk his business.
Oh, yeah, sure. Totally.
How do you know that was real? What did it say?
Because he has a sticker?
Because he had a sticker on the
Okay,
side.
yeah.
Like Joe's
That's all it takes.
Landscaping? And you're
That's
like,
all
oh,
it takes.
Trust.
Yeah, that's all it takes. A sticker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe's Tow Truck Company.
Yeah, not to give it the cheat code on how to kidnap Maury. You know what I mean?
Oh, you need to tell. Wait in front of the Tim Hortons, and I'll give you $60.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be spelled right because he won't know the difference.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Tonight's Lotto Max draw for the second time in Canadian history, $80 million jackpot.
Let's do it. Yo, hold on.
In addition to the wild jackpot, there's an estimated $14 $1 million max million prizes.
Hold on. Buy Lotto.
Buy a Lotto Max. How many are you buying? What's your limit, and are you playing within it?
It's for 10:10 a.m.
There we go.
I'm not telling you.
You don't tell me how many tickets you buy?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
Because
What's that matter?
it's a secret.
Why?
Because then you may try to one up me.
And do what?
Buy more.
It only takes 1 ticket to win.
Yeah.
Or buy one less.
Yeah.
And then I'd be pissed.
Oh, you would.
Yeah. Oh, I'd be so mad.
Yeah. If I won and I bought less tickets than you,
Yes.
you'd be pissed?
I'd be so upset.
I'd give you your money back for the tickets.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, I would.
Aw.
If I won 80 mil, I'd flip you like whatever the $60 or how much ever
Oh,
you
that's so
spent.
nice.
Yeah, no problem. See, I'm a nice guy.
But just 60?
I don't know how much you spent. You won't tell me. I'd love to reimburse you, but you won't tell
It's
me.
like I said in the roast, carry your ass for 15 years.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
In a petition filed yesterday in New York Supreme Court, Drake is accusing Universal Music Group, his label, and Spotify of engaging in a scheme to ensure Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar broke through on multiple streaming platforms. He's claiming Universal used underhanded tactics to get more listeners for the Kendrick track on Spotify and radio stations, which resulted in Not Like Us breaking Spotify records and sitting at number 1 twice on Billboard. He suspects Universal engaged in racketeering through bribery, as well as deceptive business practices and false advertising. Drake asked the court to order Universal to hand over evidence related to his claims, otherwise known as a pre-action discovery, so that he could then go and file the full-on in-your-face lawsuit. Universal responded. Oh, this is so bad.
What?
So Universal basically told him to get stuff you lost. So here's the Universal response. The suggestion that Universal would do anything to undermine any of its artists is offensive and untrue. We employ the highest ethical practices in our marketing and promotion campaigns. No amount of contrived and absurd legal arguments in this pre-action submission can mask the fact that fans choose the music they want to hear. Both Drake and Kendrick have deals with Universal, by the way.
Damn.
That is
Universal basically came out and said,
Yeah.
This is messy, man.
So one of the things that was cited in his pre-trial, whatever filing, is there was a video that went viral and then other people started doing it, where they would go on Siri, and Siri, they would say, hey, Siri, play Certified Lover Boy on Spotify. And what would start playing is Not Like Us.
oh, that's so bad.
Right? Because, and what they figured out is then other people started doing it, and it was all Not Like Us, Not Like Us, Not Like Us. So that's one of the things cited in it. But what other people are now saying is that when you use Siri, Siri doesn't just do song title. What Siri does is they do lyrics, right? So they do lyrics in case people don't know the name of the song. Like you could literally just say a part of a song and it'll go, do you want this?
Google does the same thing.
And those lyrics are in,
when
is in Not Like Us. He goes,
Right.
certified lover boy, certified, and then.
But it's also a title of a Drake album.
No,
right?
I know.
Which is wild.
But is it a song? Right? You know what I mean?
Song lyric over as opposed to this album. I mean, I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah, and it goes on what's popular, and that's the lyric in the
Listen,
song.
it's a good song.
And the AI grabs it, and that's what they play. So Drake is now suing because he lost a rap battle that he wanted, right?
This is a game changer.
Isn't that yeah?
That's the criticism, yes.
Right?
But this is a game changer. It
And
really
isn't he
is.
starting a new tour, like a brand new tour in Australia the same day as the Super Bowl halftime show?
Yeah,
I don't
Eddie,
know.
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was the
Yeah.
song that big? I think I heard it like twice.
But this is not hip hop though to sue.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of criticism online because but you know what though, like the song is called Not Like Us. They're already saying that he's not hip hop, so he's sort of just doing what they already claimed of him, right? So, whatever.
This is a number one song.
Find that hard to believe.
Yeah.
Who would listen to that?
You guys are a bunch of sheep. Following that.
You poor bugger. Anyway.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Do I have time to play Jude Law real
Yes, of
quick?
course,
Okay,
of course.
so holidays are coming up. Everybody's watching all the Christmas movies. Is it just called The Holiday, Maury?
Holiday, yeah, that's right. I
The
love
Holiday.
this movie. It's fantastic.
Do you remember? It's Kate Winslet.
It's basically Airbnb before Airbnb.
Yeah, no, it was people used to house swap, right?
Yeah.
And so it's Cameron Diaz, Jack Black, Kate Winslet, and Jude Law. You ever see this movie? Where two women.
Whoa, hold on.
What?
You've never seen this movie, Mocha?
No.
I haven't either.
I'm
Maria,
not surprised.
you'd love this.
Yeah, it's a really great
What's
Christmas
it called?
movie.
It's The Holiday.
2006.
it's amazing.
So Cameron Diaz and Kate Winslet switch homes over the holidays, right? It's like a thing online where you can go and live in somebody else's house, and then you go and house sit theirs. It's like a home swap kind of
Jack
thing.
Black's in it.
Yeah. And anyway, so Kate Winslet lives in this incredible, beautiful, like little cottage in the middle of like the English countryside kind of thing. And everybody's like, oh my God, I would love to live there. And then so Jude Law does this interview where he like destroys everybody's fantasy about that cute little cottage.
It is the season, really, when everybody starts to watch The Holiday. Jude Law.
I mean, I find it just, honestly, glorious.
Can you Airbnb that cottage?
Yeah, I think
that cottage doesn't exist.
What?
Oh, does it? What?
What?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So
What?
the director,
What?
she's a bit of a perfectionist, toured that whole area and didn't quite find the chocolate box cottage she was looking for. So she just hired a field and drew it and had someone build. But here's the funny thing, if you watch it, so we were shooting in the winter here, and every time I go in that door, we cut and we shot the interiors in LA. About 3 months later.
Please stop.
Ruining it.
We can't bear it. Setting. We can't bear it.
Just burst the bubble. Sorry.
What? Scandal. What? Scandal for people that cottage doesn't exist.
So the front of it was
They
real.
just
Like they built
it.
the front,
It's a
but all the
set.
interior shots that were on a set in L.A.
Also, Jude Law, just lie. Like, don't ruin this for us.
Yeah,
Like, just lie.
because it really is hard for people to come to terms with the fact
Because
that
then people are
cottage
going to
doesn't
try to
exist.
look for it and want to like
But
book
that's
it or
fine. But
whatever.
don't
I know.
ruin that for us.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a touching story.
Yeah, like there's some movie magic that you need to just let go, especially for a Christmas movie. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
There's a little holiday magic that I think that you need to sort of continue on with. But don't tell people that it was a facade and you shot all the interiors in Los Angeles.
Is it on Netflix, this movie?
It's on one of them. It's going to be on one of
Okay, I
them.
gotta
Guaranteed
find
it's
out.
going to be
I'm
on
gonna
one.
watch it this weekend.
It's a great Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
When I was watching the big UFC a couple Saturdays ago, Jelly Roll was there. And like he was in like the row where all the celebrities were, and he was shaking hands with Donald Trump and Joe Rogan and all those guys.
Yeah.
But it was crazy because everybody else who was there that was famous, they put their name up on the screen and let everybody clap. But Jelly Roll was like all over that place, and they never said who he was.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah, he never got his moment.
Why not?
I don't know. Maybe because he's not famous enough yet. I don't
Why?
know.
He's
Or they
famous.
didn't know who he was, like in
with
the
UFC
truck.
crowd. The UFC
Well, it's
crowd.
not the crowd. It's the
No, but
people
the
who are
people,
there, who
they
are in
have to know
charge
who
of
Jelly
that
Roll
stuff.
is.
Well, anyway, they didn't give him a thing. Not that I saw anyway, and I felt bad because he was like having a great old time too. But anyway, because he was shaking hands with Trump, I guess people just assumed that he was like a huge Trump fan and that he voted for Donald Trump. And then in the comments of the post, which is I guess now been deleted, I didn't know this. So Jelly wrote this: "I can't vote, sir, not at all. Nor have I ever, nor will I ever be allowed to vote. It's all right. You don't know me, but please don't lie about me." And then when he was in front of Congress back in January, Jelly said this: "I'm a musician. I have no political alliance. I'm neither Democrat nor Republican. In fact, because of my past as a felon, my right to vote has been rescinded. Thus, I have never paid attention to a political race in my life." Because in Tennessee, if you're a felon, you don't get to vote. I didn't know that.
Even though he's on like the right path and he's
Nope.
doing all this good in the world.
Not allowed. Not allowed to vote. I didn't know that.
I think it's like a lifetime thing in the States, right?
No, not in all states. Not in
So
all
just
states.
in Tennessee.
Yeah,
But you can run for president?
Yeah, apparently.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah,
United
you can't
States is
vote.
wild.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's a Tennessee thing though. Yeah, I don't know. It's wild.
He can't say like he now resides out of
I guess.
L.A., let's say?
I guess maybe. Yeah. I
Go
don't
vote
know.
in California?
Yeah.
But I don't think he's
I think
living
they
in
let you
LA.
vote from jail in California. So anyway, poor Jelly didn't get his moment.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I got to play this. I don't know anything about Real Housewives, but
I got you.
okay. So who is? How do I say this name? It's a Luann.
Yep.
Luann de Lesseps. Luann de Lesseps.
You're great, bro.
Is
Yeah,
that
you're
how you
good.
say that?
You're good, yeah.
So she was on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen talking about this wild story of one night making out with somebody famous, right? And
Real Housewives of New York. by the way.
thank
Legend.
you. As if you know this stuff. This is all new to me. I didn't even know you knew who these people were.
I read about it.
Okay. And then in a follow-up interview, somebody asked her about it, and she tells this wild story about making out with Hugh Grant one night in a restaurant. And Hugh Grant has responded. So I'm going to play you Luann's version of what went down that night.
Okay. I'm here for it.
Well, listen, a girlfriend of mine called me and she said,
Hugh Grant is at Pierre's, a restaurant in the Hamptons.
By the way, she sounds very New York.
Yeah.
I said, no, I'll be right over. So I call and I say, get the table. And I know the owner, Pierre. So I said, get the table right next to Hugh Grant. So I brought my family over. My brother was visiting. I said, let's go. So I said, sit me right behind him. So I sit behind him, and then I push out my chair really fast. So I bump into him. Flirting 101, bump into him, then I turn around and oh, so sorry. He goes, oh, that's okay. And he knows who I am because he knows Andy. So I go, oh, I'm so sorry. Can I buy you a shot? I feel terrible.
Not a drink, a shot.
Yes. And he goes, okay, but I'll come and have a shot with you if you do one with me. So before you know it, we're having shots and making out heavily at the table. So that's the story of Hugh Grant.
That is the best story.
My brother was like, I can't believe you're making out with Hugh Grant. I said, neither can I.
At the table?
At the table. Well, we were kind of tipsy at that point.
Oh, shots with Hugh Grant. Who could say no?
That's right.
Okay, so... Okay.
I support love.
All right. So Hugh Grant responded this way. So you give me your opinion as to whether Hugh Grant is acknowledging that this happened or whether he's saying this woman is full of it and just doesn't want to be mean about it. Okay. So Hugh Grant says this, quote, I do remember meeting a Real Housewife in a restaurant, but I'd like to stress it was about 15 years ago. I don't recall shots or kissing, but her memory might be better than mine.
Oh, he totally made out with that girl.
Totally, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he fully did.
Totally. Totally. All he has to do at this point is just say, I don't remember.
Yeah. Maybe he really doesn't.
Right?
I believe.
Was this 15 years ago? Hugh Grant was the man 15 years ago.
He might not remember, man.
That's what I'm
Because he's
saying.
the man, right?
He might not remember.
I mean, I don't remember every guy I made out with.
Stop it.
One.
I'm just curious now. How many other women do you think have this same or very similar story
Shots
about
of Hugh Grant that
Hugh Grant?
end up with making out?
Yeah. Well, because don't you remember Hugh Grant and the whole prostitute thing?
Yo, all
right?
of them.
Oh, this guy's a dog.
Oh no! It's not. It's like this is.
Dang.
This
Hugh Grant. I didn't know he was like that.
This made Hugh Grant's career. Don't you remember when he's like, "I've been a bad boy"? He had to go on Jay Leno and talk about how he picked up a prostitute.
Oh my God!
You don't remember that?
No.
Yeah. You don't remember that?
When was that? When was that?
Oh my
Hold
God!
on, he said that on public television.
What was her name? Divine
Intervention?
No. Her name. The prostitute's name. It was Divine. Not Divine Brown.
Yep, you're right, Divine Brown.
Divine, hey!
I mean, I Googled that just for the record.
When was that? When was that?
95.
95.
Again,
So hold
I
on.
Googled that just for the record.
Sham.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The top of the dome, son.
Hold on. Give me one. I know.
Sham with the knowledge.
I know. Give me 1 second here. Hold
Sham
on.
out here
Hold
with
on.
the knowledge.
Hold on.
And I don't know if that's.
Oh, yeah.
if
Here.
that's
Just
celeb
wait.
knowledge or
Here, let me play this for you. Can I play this for you real quick?
Hell yeah.
Okay, this is Hugh Grant on Jay. Now, this is what TV used to be like when the scandal happened. Now, it's the publicist and the everything else. You never hear about anything. But back in 1995, if you got caught picking up a prostitute, you had to go on Jay Leno.
Yeah, you had to go do a tour.
And talk about it.
Okay, go
right? Okay, so here's Jay Leno and Hugh Grant.
Okay.
Let me start with question number one. What the hell were you thinking?
No, I don't say that. I don't say that to be glib, but I think among most people going.
Yeah. Well, it's not easy. The thing is, people give me tons of ideas on this one. I keep reading new, psychological theories and stuff like that. I was under pressure, I was overtired, or I was lonely, or I fell down the stairs when I was a child, or whatever.
Oh wow!
But I think that would be bollocks, really, to hide behind something like that. I think in life pretty much what's a good thing to do and what's a bad thing. And
Spit it out, my man.
I did a bad thing, and there you have it.
I did a bad thing. Wow, Hugh Grant.
That was back in the day, man.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
A Los Angeles Superior Court judge has postponed Eric and Lyle Menendez's Resentencing hearing originally scheduled for December 11th. It is now January 30th, 2025. The move comes after a court proceeding in which their attorney asked the judge to reconsider their life sentence convictions without parole from the 1989 murders of their parents during the Monday proceedings. Their lawyer asked the judge to re-sentence the brothers on a lesser charge of voluntary manslaughter. The older sisters of both Kitty and Jose Menendez, their parents, testified on behalf of Lyle and Eric as well. And heartbreak. Lyle and his wife, Rebecca Sneed, have confirmed their separation. I didn't even know.
How long have they been married for?
Since 2003.
What?
Yes.
Why? Locked up still?
Yeah. I don't know.
How'd they meet? Like one of those pen pal things?
I'm sure.
How's that working, Maria?
It doesn't. It's just regular divorce.
She said that they've been separated for a while now. Rebecca maintains that there was no illicit affair.
Uh-huh. Well,
like
on
her part, or
yeah.
like on his part.
What was the story? Wasn't there one recently? One of them
Emphasizing her continued support and dedication to freeing Eric and Lyle.
Story, Maria, you had sent to us. It was a TikTok video.
The girl getting married to the prisoner?
Yeah.
After like 6 weeks?
Yeah,
that
I think that happens more than we think it does.
Yeah. She met him online through like the meetingcriminals.com or whatever. And they fell in love and got married. Yeah. And they got married in jail.
At least you know where your husband always is.
It's true. You don't have to worry about
Yeah.
what's your man out doing, right?
Yeah.
Him getting home late. See, it works out, I guess.
Yeah, cool. Until they get out.
Yeah, true.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I gotta play you this clip of Josh Brolin, Thanos.
Yeah, what
right?
happened?
Well, Josh Brolin's awesome.
I like him.
His dad is James Brolin. You know, he's a famous actor as well. And James Brolin now, or it was one point married to Barbra Streisand. I think they may still be married. So Barbra Streisand was, I guess, Josh Brolin's stepmom or something like that.
Okay.
But Josh Brolin tells a story about his dad, who like there's like teaching your kids lessons, and then there's like being just a monster. And this one, I don't know which is which, and I don't even think to this day Josh remembers what is which. But here's the story of that one time Josh's dad, when Josh was a kid, where he fed him his own pet pig.
What?
You remember when you were having dinner one night and your dad said you announced to the table you're having some of the best ribs that you've ever had?
Did he tell you the pig story? What a God, man. So this story of me raising pigs, this is a horrible story, man.
Oh my God.
Me raising pigs, Oink and Snort. Those were their names. And I helped raise these pigs, and then we're eating dinner one night, and my dad, it's amazing to me that he would tell you that story. It makes him look so bad. He said, guess what you're eating? I said, what? He said, either Oink or Snort. And I was like, what? And then he went, yeah, that's what we're eating. That's who we slaughtered. I was like, why would you tell a kid that? It makes no sense. Why would you tell your kid that with any semblance of like celebration? Or was he just looking to have an impact? I think he was looking to have an impact.
Crazy, right?
My goodness.
I don't like
so
Is that not like wild that a dad would do that?
No, that's awful.
That is sick. Like some sort of lesson. And listen, I know people who grew up on farms, and you eat your friends, right? And
you're desensitized.
You're okay with it.
I guess, but
right?
if that's like your environment.
But his dad just did it like he did it as like a lesson, is what it sounded
what
like.
lesson?
I don't
sounds
know.
like a troll job.
Yeah, it was like a
get
troll. Right?
That's terrible. R.I.P. Oink and Snort.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Do you want to do Elton John is blind, or do you want to do Shawn Mendes?
Hold on, wait, what?
Yeah, so
Elton John is blind now?
I guess he's blind in one
Been
eye.
blind for a while. This is why at the film festival, like he had to be brought onto the red carpet with a golf cart because he can't see.
Oh, I thought that's because he's precious. That's because he's blind?
He can't see.
Oh, I thought that was just a flex.
And they told us in advance, please don't yell out his name. It'll scare him.
Oh, my God. Anyway.
Bro, that's so embarrassing. Why you got to tell that story?
That's really sad. That's not embarrassing. He's aging.
Okay, here's
How old is Elton John, by the way?
Here's Elton John.
Do we know?
83.
83.
I unfortunately lost my eyesight in my right eye because I had an infection in the south of France. And it's been 4 months now since I haven't been able to see. And my left eye is not the greatest. So there's hope and encouragement that it will be okay. But going into the studio and recording, I don't know. Because I can't see a lyric for a start. I can't see anything. I can't read anything. I can't watch anything.
Oh, poor guy.
No, that's really sad.
Wow.
Guys.
Bro, this news.
Why?
I know.
Why?
So we had Oink and Wink and whatever, and now we have Elton
Oink and
John.
Snort.
Whatever his name is.
Wink is fine.
It's Wink and Squirt.
Oh, man.
Wasn't that the name?
No.
Ross. What are the names?
Yeah.
Isn't that the name of Elton's new album, Maureen?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Where are we here? Oh, Vanderpump Rules is back for its 12th season.
Yes.
Lots of people happy about that. However, with an entirely brand new cast.
Ooh, how you feel about that, Sham?
Mixed feelings. I love the ratchet behavior.
But you know they're just going to get more ratchet this new season.
They all know.
I mean,
They
If
know
they
what
bring
to
in
do.
a whole new crop of hot messes.
So Lisa Vanderpump said the last 12 years of filming have been an extraordinary run, full of laughter, tears, and everything in between. I can't thank enough those who have shared their lives. How I love you all in the restaurant business. One shift always gives way to another. Cheers to the next generation of Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah, they got to build a whole new audience because this group that they just let go.
12 seasons, that's a long time.
Like every single one of them did their thing on the show, and they've all got side hustles.
Yeah.
Whether it's a jewelry line or clothing or podcasts or right. Yeah. Trying to get into
it loses
being a singer.
It doesn't so much lose its way as it does. People evolve, right? And that always happens, and it becomes sort of less interesting on the show when people's lives outside the show are moving faster than production, right? Like when they're people you don't really know. You can watch it like it's a soap opera where it changes every week and you're still surprised. But when people become super famous, their lives outside of that show are now the primary, where the show is secondary.
Yes.
And it becomes less interesting, right?
Yeah, and
Less
I also
surprises.
My only concern is that I hope this new cast don't try to be like superstars. You know what I mean? Like
they're going to be though. You know it's going to happen.
I know. But I'll still watch whatever.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Bill Clinton was at the Taylor Swift show in Toronto over the weekend.
He was?
Yeah, I think he was at the same one that Trudeau was at, wasn't he?
Yeah, it seems that way.
Oh yeah, on what was that? Like Friday night?
Saturday, I think. It was Saturday. Maybe Friday. I'm not actually
Oh,
sure.
so then Trudeau's Friday,
not
Bill
actually-
was on Saturday.
Was it? Oh, okay. Bill was
I saw wasn't Cindy Crawford there too?
No, Brooke Shields.
Brooke Shields, that's who it was. Yeah.
And Bill was like up in a box.
Of course he was. Do you think he's sitting in general admission?
Well, no, because
They have a VIP special guest area.
Well,
on the floor.
but Bill Clinton's not sitting in the VIP section.
No.
Because Secret Service would never allow it.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because he still has Secret Service detail, right? So they would just never allow that. So anyway, so here's Bill Clinton talking about whether or not he actually got to go backstage.
Confirm or deny? Did you see Taylor Swift over the weekend?
I did.
That's amazing.
I'd never been to one of her concerts before.
Okay.
And I get it now. I mean, I understand why she has such an impact on people and why a lot of these young girls are so captivated. She did 3 hours plus straight. She just kept on singing the songs and kept on doing it, which I was fascinated watching, our crowd of kids, especially my granddaughter, all of them up there singing.
Now, of course, at this point, do they look at you and they go, look, if anybody can get us backstage, it's you.
Actually, they didn't, and I probably couldn't have, and we didn't. But, the venues are so big.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Of course.
You got to walk across football field to get to the backstage.
Well,
Hey, man. Everybody went to this concert, this Taylor Swift concert, except for this show. And we gave away enough tickets. And we're owned by the same company that put on the show. Thanks. Rogers, presenting sponsor of Taylor Swift The Eras Tour.
I was outside.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, Maury was in the cold.
I'm not bitter at all, by the way.
Listen, I had fun covering it.
Maria, we're doing a thing here.
Follow along, guys.
Listen, I'm just trying to bring the positivity.
Don't. There's no positivity to be found.
Okay.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I don't know. Is this like a team up that you're interested in? Luke Bryan,
Yes.
Teddy Swims, and Quavo?
Yes. Sure.
Oh, that could be fire.
Yes.
A song called Georgia Ways. Listen to this.
Yeah, I'm down.
Won't ever change. That's just how I was raised. Stuck in my Georgia way. Don't care about what you say. Some won't ever change.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
It's very interesting to me that this song's come out like that because I feel like they're following the Shabuzi sort of method of adding a little hip hop to a country sounding record.
But you know what? Nelly did the same thing.
Yeah, of course, Nelly being first.
Of
course.
It goes through cycles because you got to get somebody who elevates to a certain level in the hip hop world, then actually has interest in crossing over to the country world. And like, that's not everyone. Right?
100%.
It's like,
And
it's
you
like
have to have
get maybe one a cycle.
And you have to have people in the country game willing to want to
Accept
work
you
with
in?
somebody.
Yeah.
Right?
I need to hear the full thing because what I hear so far, it's doing a disservice to Teddy Swim's voice because his voice is absolutely incredible, and I didn't get a chance to really appreciate it in this clip.
What else does Teddy Swims do? What's that guy
Oh,
do?
he's got an incredible voice. Yeah.
What
You know
is
Teddy
What is
Swims.
the Lose Control song?
Oh, did we play it? Yeah?
Like
What?
thousands of times.
Oh, I don't know, man.
No, you know this song. This song.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I love this song. Love Teddy Swims.
So I think the clip does
Roz,
a
you would
disservice.
actually like his album.
Probably I would. I'm sure I would. I love that song. I had no idea that was a gentleman named Teddy Swims.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I don't know. I like that song, but I'm with you. Now that I know that Teddy Swims is on it with his beautiful voice, I'm with you. I would like to hear more of it. We
Thank
didn't get any of that in the clip.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Okay.
There you go. Big up Teddy Swims.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
That Billboard list, remember that Billboard list of the greatest pop stars of the 21st century? So, and then they had not released the top 2. So let me just refresh here. So they were doing it in like a series of articles. And
everybody kind of figured. When you look at the list,
so
see
Katy,
who's missing.
Yeah, Katy Perry was 25, Ed Sheeran 24, One Direction 22, Lil Wayne was 21, Bruno Mars is on there, BTS is on there, The Weeknd, Shakira, Jay-Z, Miley Cyrus is up at 15, Timberlake 14, Nicki Minaj, Eminem, Usher, Adele, Ariana Grande at number 9, then Justin Bieber at number 8, which was a controversial one for a lot of people, Kanye West at 7, Britney at 6, Gaga at 5, Drake at 4, Rihanna at 3, and they released number 2, and it was always, okay, so who's it going to be? Because the only 2 people not on the list were Taylor Swift and Beyonce. So
so they released number 2?
No, yeah, they released number 2, so obviously we know number 1 is. But it was like, who gets to be number 1?
So I don't know who number 2 is on the list.
I can tell you in a second.
Okay, can I guess?
Yeah.
Greatest pop. What is it? Greatest pop
of the 21st century.
Okay.
So from 2000 until now.
Oh, so it would go Beyonce and then Taylor Swift.
So you think Beyonce 2?
No,
and then
I think
Taylor
Beyonce
Swift
1.
Okay.
I think Taylor Swift 2.
Right. Shem?
Totally. Yep.
Maria?
That makes sense.
I think they're going to put Taylor Swift as 1.
No.
Yeah,
Dammit
honestly,
Maury?
based on the fame right now, I think so.
Dammit Maury?
I'm going to say Taylor Swift number 1 as well.
Yeah.
No, I think because you have to look at, impact, like Taylor Swift in the past 2 years has had quite the impact. But I think you also have to look at, and I don't know if Billboard is factoring this in, but body of work, right? Like,
yeah, but
as a
she's thinking
single
about the
artist, but
albums and all
also-
the awards that she's had, right? So
No,
I'm
but
like,
Beyonce has more.
Beyonce has more than anybody.
And it's
Way
been
more.
since 2000, Destiny's
and
Child.
Destiny's
Well,
Child.
that's the thing, right?
Right.
Is that Taylor Swift was a kid when Beyonce was on top of the world.
Totally.
Yeah,
Right?
that's why I think Beyonce's getting.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
afraid that they're just going to give it to Taylor Swift, though.
So
That's what I'm afraid.
Taylor Swift number 2.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Beyonce
so,
number
so
1.
Beyonce's going to wind up.
So
being
when do
number
they
1.
announce
I
number
don't,
1?
I don't. Does it matter? Is it tomorrow?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Ed Sheeran's got a new Christmas song. So does Bunny XO, Jelly Roll's wife.
Oh, I love it.
So do you want to hear Bunny XO first, or do you want to hear Ed Sheeran first?
Yeah, Bunny XO.
Okay.
Come here, cowboy. I mean, now boy. Draw them shades and spread your cheer. We'll put on a rodeo for all the reindeer. Come here, cowboy.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is Bunny XO like a singer?
I don't know. No, I think she was
No, she was,
she was a PRNO
yeah.
girl, right? Oh, wasn't she? I don't. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
No, she
Maybe
was. I'm
wrong.
pretty sure she was, yeah.
And she
Shem?
does the Christmas song like for fun.
I'm
every
saying
year.
yes.
Oh, she does?
Confirmed by Shem.
Yeah. So this is not her first Christmas song, apparently.
So, because it just sounds overly produced.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Overly produced.
Yes. Do you want to
Right?
hear it
What
again?
do you think? Shem?
She's currently a podcaster. That's how I know her.
Yeah.
Compared to her regular voice when she's singing or like making noises, right?
Come here, cowboy.
From what you know her from, Shem?
You know, it's funny. I only ever hear her speaking voice when I listen to her podcast.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Just the podcast.
Just the podcast.
Cowboy.
Oh yeah. I see. I see what you're saying, Shem.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah. She looks like a podcaster.
Totally.
Yeah.
What do you really think, Shem?
Oh yeah. Ed Sheeran's got a new song called "Under the Tree." It's for an upcoming animated movie called That Christmas, which hits Netflix today.
Oh, nice.
And
There's nothing under the tree that I wish for. I want you to come back to me.
Beautiful.
And be like before. Have I lost you? Nothing will ever fill the hole my heart will be.
Listen, Ed Sheeran is great no matter what. I like this.
Just letting you know.
Yeah.
The
That's
movie
good.
is amazing. It's animated, and Brian Cox is Santa.
yeah, Brian Cox from Succession.
Oh, nice.
Does he say the F word in this?
No.
Oh, I can only hear Brian Cox's voice saying the F word.
Yelling at the reindeer. Right? Effing faster. Gotta get these presents out for the kids.
Yeah.
F them bad kids.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Do we have time for Dwayne Johnson real quick?
Who's that again?
The Rock.
Oh, right. I think I heard him.
So he's doing they're shooting the live action Moana right now as Moana 2 is about to hit theaters, the animated one. And there was a picture that was released of Dwayne Johnson as Maui, and he looks huge, right? And everybody was like, did he bulk up that big, or is that a bodysuit? And then a lot of people were like, do you think Dwayne Johnson is going to wear a bodysuit, like a muscle suit on top of his own muscles?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm going to do a disservice to his physique.
Turns out he was.
What?
Yes. Here's Dwayne Johnson.
Moana live action. We saw the picture. You're so bulked up. I mean, is it even possible? I was like, he looks even bigger than normal.
Thank you for saying that. So that's a suit that took a long time to put on.
What? There you go.
And that transformation, yeah, so I'm so happy that you said you bulked up, because when you say you bulked up, that means you couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell from the picture. I was like, wait, he looks massive. And I mean, you're always big, but you look so big.
That is a couple of hours every day of transforming, putting that on, and because we shot outside, and when those pictures surfaced, I was like, we got caught, because we were putting up, like walls, so there was no paparazzi, but they got into boats.
Yeah,
and
'cause
they
he
started
looks
shooting pictures.
huge.
But here's the thing, though. Like, when the movie eventually comes out, people are going to know anyway. So it's either you have the conversation now or you have the exact same conversation whenever the movie comes out.
I think they just wanted to hide it for a little while until like they drop a trailer or something like that.
I wonder if
right?
he's jealous of the hair that he's got here.
Yeah, I know, because they put the wig on him.
To be honest, I think he looks better bald.
I agree with you.
I just can't see him with hair.
Yeah, but he's got this long, luscious, past his shoulders.
Didn't he have hair when he was a Sunshine Boy?
Yeah, when he was when he's a wrestler, he had hair.
Yeah. He had curly hair.
Yeah, and remember the sideburns?
Oh yeah,
the people's sideburns. The people's sideburns.
It sure was.
Yeah,
I think that's what we call it. I didn't really follow his career that much.
Anyway, there you go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Apparently, Canadians are carrying more debt and missing more payments this year. Due to the high cost of living, leading to an increase in missed loan and credit card payments, according to a new report from Equifax. Consumer debt in the third quarter of 2024 hit a record high of $2.5 trillion. That is a 4.1% increase over last year. The report found 1.3 million consumers missed credit card payments in the third quarter of this year, which is 10.6% higher over the same period last year. So a lot of people in debt, a lot of people missing credit card payments and everything else. However, the silver lining is that nobody won the 80 mil last night in Lotto Max.
I'll applaud that.
Yes, right? So the Friday jackpot is $80 million plus an estimated 20 max million, so a total of $100 million. Not that I'm encouraging people, if you are in debt and missing bill payments, to go and buy lottery tickets.
Sounds like you are.
You know, I'm not at all. I'm just saying.
He just said he's not.
I'm just saying it's a clean way out if you can afford it.
No, for sure.
Right? That's all I'm saying.
$5?
Yep.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Timothy Chalamet is now just like thrown himself apparently into the Oscar race for Best Actor.
What?
So he's got that Bob Dylan movie coming out on Christmas. And up to this point, nobody had seen it, but they've started to allow certain reporters and reviewers, critics to see it. So a handful have. And every single one of them has been absolutely blown away, saying this is right up there when Joaquin Phoenix and Reese Witherspoon did Walk the Line, the Johnny Cash movie.
I have a question about the critics, though.
Yes.
Are these people who know Bob Dylan and Bob Dylan music to make that comparison? Like, if I were given the opportunity to watch,
right?
Because I know nothing about Bob Dylan, would I
Right.
watch that movie and say, yes, Oscar contender?
No, I think the reason they're saying yes, Oscar contender, is because they did it right with this movie, which is Timothy Chalamet performs and sings everything.
Okay.
And that's what the Academy likes. Here is the producer of the film talking about how Timothy did 40 songs for this movie. Also in this clip, he calls him Timmy.
Oh, that's weird.
Like a Rolling Stone, take 8.
The Bob Dylan story in itself is a story about being an artist and how we find our way in the world. One of the things that's most important to me are the performances, is the collaboration with the actors.
Once upon a time, you're just so fine. Who the bum's a dime in
Sounds
your
good.
prime.
Timmy and I, it's been 5 years working on this movie together.
It was important for me to sing and play live because if I can actually do it, why should there be an element of artifice here? And I'm proud that we took that leap.
You used to laugh about.
Sounds good.
40 songs in the movie that he performs live on guitar and harmonica and singing live take after take after take.
I had goosebumps. You can see how much love and how hard he's worked and how much he cares about getting this right.
You know that director on, or who's that?
Producer,
Director,
I think. Yeah, one of them.
On set, duration of the filming of this movie, kept calling him Timmy and nobody said anything. That's why it's stuck.
Of course, he's the money guy. Right?
Timmy!
But Timmy! But yeah, so anyway, and if Chalamet does win, I think he would actually be the youngest person to win Best Actor. So there's a lot of stories going into this.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Anybody interested in the new trends in cosmetic surgery?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, cool. Here we go. So Hollywood Reporter, oddly enough, did a huge article on the trends, and I guess the Kardashian effect is going away. Okay. So plastic surgeons on both coasts, so East Coast, West Coast of the United States, are they're ditching the exaggerated hourglass look and injectables for a more athletic, less obviously redone look. So this, of course, goes hand in hand with what is trending on social, but also the rise in Ozempic, where everybody's just now getting super skinny and they're losing their curves and everything else. So the Hollywood Reporter asked surgeons what they've noticed, and they say that lifts and even breast reductions are on the rise. Also reports that a 25% uptick in mini arm lifts. I guess maybe I could use one of those things, right? And those who do want breast implants only want to go up one bra size. So nobody's doing big boobs anymore. LA still wants bigger boobs, though. So they say an average of 200 cc's or more per implant on the West Coast. So LA, still about that.
That's huge. I don't know what that is. 200 cc's, that's huge.
Because for me, what I noticed, right, as far as like the what is celebrated is the Kardashian look. I don't see a lot of that anymore. What I see now are people obsessing over Sydney Sweeney.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I see. They say we're facing an injectable backlash, and the filler market has been down everywhere across the board. At first, everyone was encouraged to get that very contoured, overfilled Instagram face, but now there is a real fear of looking weird, they said. However, facelifts are back. One doctor said, I continue to see an increasing number of patients trading years of fillers for a facelift.
There you go,
and
Sham.
many of them are adamant about not looking overfilled with fat grafting. It's a whole new era for faces. No more fillers. It's about the lift. And noses, in case you guys are interested in what's going on with noses.
Wait a minute. Hold on. We're not going to gloss over that. Facelift? I don't need a facelift.
So embarrassing. Not yet, but if we had to say who would be first.
Me? On this?
Bro.
What?
Shem has great skin.
Cry.
Noses. Anybody interested in what's popular in noses?
I would like to know.
Noses have become far more natural as surgeons are saying goodbye to the upturned and button noses. One of them says, you want a nose that fits. If you got a broad face, a tiny-ass nose looks ridiculous. Unfortunately, a lot of these procedures that people had when they were trendy are like non-reversible.
Oh, yeah.
So as the trends change, you get this group who are going to really look like that forever, right?
You suck.
Yes. Thoughts on this? Anybody want to chime in on the trends in cosmetic surgery?
I agree. Like my
Yes.
friends and I have had these conversations, right?
Yes.
But like the BBLs and the big boobs and all that are definitely
Yes.
not in anymore, and they just look
Yeah.
fake. And you can tell when someone's had like a tummy tuck and a BBL.
Yes. Yeah.
But I know Botox is still very in.
Yes.
They call it like baby Botox for people who are like my age
Yes.
and younger, who are
Yes.
trying to like reverse aging or at least slow it down.
Yes.
And then people are like getting less filler in their lips.
But
and face.
young women, enough with the fillers. If you're 26 and you get fillers, you look older, not
You
younger.
do. You do. I've seen
You
so
look
many girls
older.
ruin their faces.
Damn it, Maury.
Photoshop's cheaper.
Photoshop is cheaper. Anybody here had Botox?
Never.
No.
I've been in the same room with somebody who had it.
I've tried it once.
You've tried it once.
Once. In the middle of my eyebrows.
How long ago?
I did it before the summer.
Yeah.
Oh, so while you were here?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Did you like it?
I didn't really notice much of a difference because I did very little of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? So
it was
when you-
basically
what-
to
what
like
was it supposed to
remove
do?
my the 11s. So like
Yeah.
they don't
okay.
go in anymore, but it's worn off now.
You know that look Maria gives when she's looking down on you? That's the what she tried to get rid of.
Yeah, so the
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The man accused of shooting at cars on Highway 401 has been arrested after he then allegedly committed multiple attempted carjackings and shootings in the city's East End last night, including one that left a man critically injured. Here's Toronto Police Duty Inspector Steve Campoli.
Much like yesterday, the suspect was seen pointing his firearm at multiple vehicles and shooting towards them. At approximately 7:40 p.m., police intercepted him at Lakeshore in Carlaw, where he abandoned his vehicle and fled on foot. Toronto police officers gave chase and located the individual and arrested him. He was in possession of a firearm.
When I first heard the story that somebody was shooting at cars on the 401, I thought they were in a car.
Oh, like drive-by style.
But he wasn't. He was just standing there.
Yeah.
That's even scarier, man.
It is.
Like,
you know
that's
what's crazy is I've seen so many people being like walking on the side of the highway recently.
Yeah.
Like on the DVP, on the Gardner, on the 404. I'm like, where are these people coming from?
Yeah.
And where are they going?
And where are they going? Well, they're going to get hit by a car.
So 29-year-old Troy LeDrew is the guy's name.
Damn, man.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Where are we here? Remember when the story came out, and they used it to promote, but there was maybe some truth to it when Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson were saying that maybe they were half brothers. Do you remember that story?
Kind of.
So it was that McConaughey's dad, he and his mom had like split up like a whole bunch of times throughout their life, and that his dad went off and like had affairs and stuff like this. And I think it was McConaughey's mom said that Woody Harrelson might be his half brother from one of his dad's affairs. And they just discovered this like recently, which makes like a whole lot of sense. Also, they do all the stuff together. Now there's another celebrity pairing that could also be half brothers, and would never have thought of it, although they look very similar.
Okay.
Which is, do you know who Billy Corgan is? Smashing Pumpkins, huge wrestling fan.
Okay. I have to look him up.
Okay, so look at Billy Corgan, and then I'll tell you who his half brother might be, and then we'll hear from Billy.
Oh my God, is it going to be a wrestler?
No.
Billy Corgan. Yeah.
Right? Okay, now play the clip of Billy Corgan.
About 10 years ago, my stepmother said to me, "Do you know who Bill Burr is?" Now, at that point, I'd never heard of Bill Burr. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know he was a comedian or he could have been the guy down the street. I think I even somehow called up a picture on a phone. And I kind of noticed right away, like, gee, he really looks like my father. I said to my mother, like, well, why are you asking me this? She goes, I think Bill Burr might be one of the children that your father sired in his days on being a traveling musician. This is a true story. I'm not making up. There's no joke in this. This is a true story.
Bro, I'm looking at a side-by-side.
Okay.
They look identical.
Like,
I mean, they're bald white guys.
They're bald. Yeah, sure. But like, their eyes are the same. The nose is not.
The mouth.
The mouth is the same. Their cheeks are kind of the same.
Yeah.
The cheekbones.
Even the way they're like how close their eyebrows and eyes are together. Like
Yeah.
All these guys are bros for real.
Right?
For real. Like the same DNA.
Right?
Come on.
I know.
So has Bill Burr said anything about this?
No, I don't know. It's just.
Are they going to
just
do
came
like
out.
a 23andMe, you think?
Oh my God, they should.
They
Wouldn't
have
that be
to now.
great? Wouldn't that
They
be
have to.
great?
Did Woody Harrelson and
No, I don't think they ever did a test.
They didn't do
no,
it, eh?
No,
McConaughey?
no. Yeah, I mean they should, but I don't think they. I don't know if I'd want to know. Would you want to know?
Yes.
Would you want to? Yeah, you would. If Vern sired another child somewhere
Bro,
out
I
of.
have a friend in Kitchener,
Yeah.
right? He found out like late in life that he had a half brother.
Really?
And then they live like 30 minutes away from each other.
No.
Right?
I didn't know.
Guy in Kitchener, my friend, white
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Half brother.
Yeah.
Black guy.
No. Yeah.
Looks just like him.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. They like. There's no denying that they're brothers, except one's black, one's white,
and one's a brother.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The AI memes of Kamala Harris. I don't know if you saw her video that she released the other night. And first of all, just like from a political side and strategy side, there's a lot of people who on any side of politics who are like, why would her people let her release that video?
Is it the one with the bottles and
she's
the cigar?
Sitting, well, that's all the AI versions of it.
Yeah.
She didn't actually have liquor bottles.
No, I know
Yes.
that, but I watched that video and I'm like,
Yes.
of course that's AI. Like you can tell.
But people and doctors have voiced concerns that maybe she was a little intoxicated while filming the actual video. So
it's a real video.
It's a real
and then
video.
Someone ripped that video and did an AI version
because
of
everybody
it.
saw the video and was like, "Yo, was she into it a little bit?" And then
The AI one? They thought it was real?
No, the
real one.
Oh my God! Forget about AI for a second. Okay. She recorded a video and forced people to release her video.
Yes.
People saw that video and were like, whoa, I think maybe she's drunk.
Got it.
Then people took the video and started making all the AI versions of it,
Right.
where she's throwing liquor bottles around and jumping all over the
Falling
room and
over.
stuff. Right. Here's a little clip of the Kamala Harris video.
I just have to remind you, don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th. And you have the same purpose that you did. And you have the same ability to engage and inspire. So don't ever let anybody or any circumstance take your power from you.
And she's a bit disheveled. My favorite was somebody described her as looking like the back of a Christmas tree.
Oh, damn. No, that's so harsh, bro.
I totally
Nah,
get
you
that.
can't. Don't say that. Don't say
Somebody
that.
else said she sounds like the woman who's trying to give me encouragement and life advice in the ladies' room.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, no.
Those are the best chats, you know?
Anyway, so there's a couple of doctors who have done interviews talking about just like looking at her eyes and the way she's moving her hands and like her speech at some points in the video. And they're like, you know, she might have had like a couple. But she went through it, man. Of course right? She spent a $1.5 billion and didn't get anything for it.
You enjoy that cigar, Kamala.
Right? Yeah. All the AI videos, like I would thank her for releasing that video.
Yeah, if you want to turn up with a bottle, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Invite me over. I'll do a shot with you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Doctors in emergency rooms across Canada have said that they are seeing an unusual rise in walking pneumonia cases, particularly in children. Is this what you had?
Not the children's version,
No,
but yes.
Pneumonia is pneumonia. I'm just saying they're finding it in children. I didn't say you had children's
and mocha.
pneumonia.
Yes. It's the way you string the words together, man.
Okay. You had baby pneumonia, right? Isn't that what you had?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Small man pneumonia.
Walking pneumonia is a mild form of the bacteria with symptoms like fever and cough. Dr. Alan
I had to see
Grill,
my kid's doctor for that.
the chief of family medicine at the Markham Stouffville Hospital, said, "quote Not only
I've
are we
been to the hospital.
maybe that's where you got baby pneumonia." They said not only are we seeing more cases, but we're actually seeing more cases in kids under age 5. Usually anyone can get it, but typically it's 5 and up, like school-age kids. But they were seeing cases now in younger kids. Several emergency departments across the country are seeing a surge in patients right now with...
Is that why they gave me a lollipop after my x-ray?
With pneumonia.
You okay? Can you stand? Have a seat right here. Maybe this will make you feel better.
Yeah. Did they do when you went into the doctor, when you were, when they examined you, were you sitting on the plastic dinosaur? No.
It was a rocket ship.
Okay. I knew it was
Before we got things started, the doctor was like, okay, I'm going to play a quick game of peekaboo real quick.
Right. Yeah. Peekaboo. Yeah. Shem knows all about playing doctor and peekaboo, huh?
Hey.
Hey, come on now.
Yo!
Real bad man. Crossing the line, baby.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
It is U.S. Thanksgiving, so there's not a lot going on TV except for football. Lions and Bears at 12:30 if you can get the day off. Cowboys and Giants at 4:30, and Green Bay and Dolphins at 8:20.
Hold on, there's the parade.
And the parade. What time does the parade start, Maury?
It's usually around noon.
Is it?
T-Pain's
Yeah.
performing.
Yo,
Who
if
is?
it's
Oh, yeah.
If it's U.S. Thanksgiving, I can't believe we didn't talk about this yet.
What's up?
Can we go back to our favorite mac and cheese auntie?
Oh, yeah. This was the video of this Thanksgiving dinner where they gave the duties of making the mac and cheese to somebody who had no business making the mac and cheese. And the aunt just like lost her mind.
Since you up the macaroni and cheese, you're cleaning up all this by yourself. Junior, Dejana, nor me are going to help you clean up.
Upstairs.
We told you don't put that in the macaroni and cheese, but you insist on putting it. So since you want to do things your damn way, we're going to do it our way. We get ready to go upstairs and go to sleep while you clean up all this for Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. We love you. But guess what? This ain't fair that we couldn't even get a decent thing of macaroni and cheese. We got to wait to go back to Goose for Auntie Karen to make us some damn macaroni and damn cheese. Because you decided to do some you done seen off the damn internet. Don't experiment on damn Thanksgiving. Don't experiment on Thanksgiving. You experiment by your damn self.
With cream cheese before.
Hell, don't try it with us. We don't want that shit. Auntie Karen gave you the damn recipe, but you chose to do on your own.
Auntie Karen gave you the recipe.
Don't put cream cheese in mac and cheese. Okay? That is like
that lady so much.
that is like some TikTok recipe that is like going to ruin families.
Anyway, to our U.S. family out there, happy Thanksgiving.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So the Swifties want Billboard to cease to exist.
What? Oh,
man.
So,
damn, yo, don't get that beehive started though.
It got really ugly yesterday with Billboard and the Swift fans. So Billboard has been releasing slowly their list of the top 25 greatest pop stars of the 21st century, right? So from 2000 until now, and they've been slowly releasing it. And yesterday, so the only two names that were not on the list, and they hadn't released the top two yet, the only two names are Taylor Swift and Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
And so yesterday they released who was number 2, which is Taylor Swift. So that in itself is enough to whip the Swifties into a massive frenzy.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened is Billboard, along with the sort of placement, they did videos for everybody, sort of encapsulating their entire careers.
Oh, nice.
And one of the things that they put in the Taylor video was they mentioned, first of all, the whole controversy with Kanye and Kim Kardashian.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing they included in her video, highlighting her great achievements in her career, was a picture and a scene from the Kanye video where she's like the naked wax model.
Oh,
in the
in
bed,
that famous song.
in the bed,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which hurt her a lot. Revenge porn kind of thing, right?
Totally.
So they included that in her video of her achievements.
That's a ridiculous thing to include in a video celebrating Taylor
Right.
Swift.
In the Rihanna video, they went into the Chris Brown assault.
Oh my God. That's how you celebrate your pop stars?
Yeah.
Yo, that's some ratchet stuff, man.
So Billboard pulled it.
Of course.
And they said, we are deeply sorry to Taylor Swift and all of our readers and viewers that in a video celebrating Swift's achievements, we included a clip that falsely depicted her. We have removed the clip from our video and sincerely regret the harm caused with this error. So it makes it seem like they didn't know that was the naked wax sculpture of Taylor Swift, and maybe just thought that, like, how do you not know that?
But what about the Rihanna one, too?
It only exists in the Kanye video. Yeah,
like,
no, I know.
whoever that editor, I hope that editor.
Yeah, it's a bunch of people who worked on this, though.
Well, I hope they all get fired.
It's not one person. That's the whole thing. Is like to get something like this approved, it is a lot of people.
Well, whoever that approval process went through, they all need to be fired.
Yeah. So that is why
That's not cool,
you see all the Billboard stuff trending with the Swifties. Because I thought it was just an overreaction to Taylor getting number 2, but it wasn't. It's actually this.
Well, valid. I'm with you, Swifties.
It's because of the video.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
KISS925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.